That was the preview. We were in preview. Okay, it's setting up live, Facebook Live.
Is Paul gonna join us?
Okay. So here it is. Do you see it? Where is it? Where's the public?
It's public.
It's public?
Live.
Oh, we're live?
We're live.
Okay, we're live. People can see us?
Yes.
Okay. Hi, everybody. So now I gotta go back. Hi, everybody. Welcome to A Town Called Witness. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Sorry, we were having a few little minor technical difficulties and a minor heart attack, but we've got a young person here who kind of walked us through it and got us to where we needed to be. I just want to thank you all out there in live Facebook land and everyone who's joining us here on Zoom for coming this evening and being a witness to this premiere live reading of a play that I wrote in 2003 called A Town Called Witness. And I am very blessed to have this wonderful, amazing cast who have been able, has been able to lift the words off the page and give some real life and energy. I just would like to say thank you to the Arts and Science Council of Charlotte, North Carolina for the Individual Artist Grant. And also thank you to the Bushwick Star Theater in Brooklyn for the Jeremy O. Harris Pet Project Grant that enabled me to be able to present this reading to you this evening. I just briefly want to say, you know, we live in language, words are powerful. They tell stories, they fill us with emotions. We live in our words. And so that's sort of where I was coming from when I wrote this play. It is now 7:13. We've got participants. We're live on Facebook. I'm hoping everyone has caught up, and we are ready to present to you this evening A Town Called Witness. Enjoy.
A Town Called Witness. We open with 4 women gathered. Center, a spotlight comes up on a woman kneeling over her dead son's body. A brown bag of groceries are spilled beside her. She wails in pantomime. We are now in urban Afro Greek theater.
A mother's wail is never done. From the painful cries of birth to the last moment as we lay beneath the earth.
Never done, never done.
It lies there underneath and hovering over, not asleep, waiting for the next time to ring its bell. A mother's wail has stories to tell.
A mother's well has stories to tell.
A mother's wail is filled with sorrow for a child who has lost all of his tomorrows.
Lost.
It is long on pain and short on reason. Let it roll, mother, let it roll.
Let it roll, mother, let it roll, roll on, mother, let it roll.
One day your tears will be
Analyzed.
researched and
Fantasized.
only to be told you should have been there to scold.
And whip that boy's behind.
Scold that child upside the head before he end up dead, 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 dead.
You should have caressed him in your arms and been more realistic. They will say, you lost control and now he's just another statistic.
What else could have become of one lost in anger, lies, and the gun?
What other choice could there have been for him and the others so alike?
The others, the others, the others, so alike.
That is what they are.
They say,
That is who they become.
they say,
That is all they will ever be.
They say.
Why waste your tears now, mother? The damage has been foretold.
the damage has been done.
You should have known. You should have known.
You should have known. You should have known.
You've seen it before. This is nothing new, not to those mothers like you. But well, if you must, from dawn to dusk.
Just remember to state your claim, but you don't have to play their superwoman game. They will mock you, accuse you, put you to shame.
They will taunt you, cause you never knowing your name. They will moniker you, call you angry, sassy, and on down the line, plucked from their own psychotic grapevine. Heard it through the grapevine. Mm.
But wail on, mother, until you make that claim. State your case just the same. That a child born on this earth is a child from the world of nobility.
Well,
A child born on this earth comes with joy and acceptability.
All right now. Preach.
And tell them that any soul born on this earth comes unbounded and free, full of love and purity.
love, 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 nothing but love.
A child born on this earth comes from above.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
An expectation of the ones who came before for the natural right to live, the right to stay alive, the right to walk a street and breathe the air.
Because it's there. It chooses to feel his nostrils because they came into contact. And so that life may go on. The right to life shouldn't be a constant fight.
What else should one so innocent have thought? Instead, he wonders,
What hath got rot? What hath got rot? What hath got rot?
He was just a kid, a guy with braids. He liked classical music. sitting in his dad's easy chair.
Tutored the young, accompanied the elders.
Wore high-top sneakers and raked the yard. Sometimes geeked out in khakis and izards.
Mother, your tears are falling on deaf ears. Get on up off your knees and start shouting to the trees.
Bring the sky crashing and grab a piece as it falls and whisper you will build it back, stars and all.
Protect it with your soul, for the sky sees everything. It will be your guide. Rely upon its wings. It knows all the secrets. And then,
when you're in control, you will line them up. You will educate and fill their cups.
With knowledge of who you are and what your child is to this earth, let the world know to whom you've given birth.
It is on your shoulders to correct, clarify, and redirect. They will right you from a place of delusion, self-serving and confusion.
they won't take the time to see the sparkle in his eye.
They've already flipped the switch and said goodbye.
Say no to the ones who want to turn him into a thug. Write him off and into the grave they've dug. And listen to him when he doesn't speak. The sweetness is still there. Go on, take a peek.
Make them know your name in your own hand. Give it to them relentlessly until they understand. It may take a while, so gather up the others if you can. Otherwise, they'll write you off as a grain of sand.
Well on, mother, mother, well on, mother, mother, well on, mother.
Cry, baby girl, wail on till morning comes. God hears you, mother.
The son and wailing mother stand and exit in opposite directions. Lights up center stage on husband sitting at small kitchen table. He pantomimes reading a newspaper. It is weeks later. She enters with a grocery bag and sits at the table.
What's the matter, Conrad? More tragedy and mayhem?
We got mayhem all over the place. And nobody seems to understand why. Ain't that something? They don't get it.
What's the mayhem and madness today? Conrad!
Same as the madness last week. Young suburban school punks.
Another?
Mayhem, murder, and madness. All in the children's library.
Mayhem, murder, and madness, oh my. Mayhem, murder, and madness, oh my. Mayhem, murder, and madness, oh my.
In the children's library?
Right in the middle of Main Street, in the lovely little town of Blossomers Bay.
Blossomers Bay, where the bees make them honey, white picket fence and a whole lot of money.
And they don't know why. They don't know why. I'll tell them why.
Tell them. Go on and tell them why.
First, listen here to what the reporters say about these punks in his own special way. Another tragic incident today in our world.
Murder, mayhem has unfurled.
In the children's library, I'm sad to say.
In our lovely little town of Blossomers Bay.
That is a lovely town.
Never been. Never been.
It seems two young boys, childhood chums,
Finding themselves kind of glum.
restless and bored in such opulent surroundings.
Good students, no need for parental confoundings.
No need, you say.
No, they were good boys. Childhood chums.
Terrence McCreevy and Joshua Blake couldn't have known just what was at stake. Found guns in the basement of another friend's house, Jeremy Coogan, who was quiet as a mouse. Such tender years are the ages that they be, 17, 18, and, oh yes, 23. They could have very well thought that these weapons were toys, After all, they were just high school boys.
Just high school boys. High school boys.
But down to the library of children did they jaunt, skipping school, I'm sure just this once, for an afternoon social romp.
Love me a good social romp. Go ahead.
Why would anyone be suspicious? To think in this town of Blossomers Bay, things could go so amuck this way. The screams were haunting and gripped one with fear. Children were running everywhere.
Oh my gosh. And blood-soaked Oshkosh.
Down they fell a final fall, being stampeded down the hall. Where were the teachers? The supervisor librarian? Dead just as well.
No longer their guardian.
Before the last bullet rang out, 12 dead that day.
Such a lovely little town as Blossomers Bay.
One twist to this story witnesses report. A shocked Terrence McQueen turned on a whim to see Joshua's gun pointing at him. And at close blank range, a bullet did tear into his chest,
Sending blood everywhere.
Oh, our witness was clear. Terrence hadn't a clue of what that dear boy Joshua was about to do. Shocked as he was, with one last burst of fury, he got off a round, causing Joshua's injury, nicking his shoulder as his own head flew back and asking a loud, anguished last cry, asking,
Why'd you do that?
Why'd you do that?
Joshua was down, but still there was some life. Poor lads must have been going through such awful strife. To rid the children's library of the lives of these 12, to find the answer.
We all must delve. We all must delve. We all must delve.
What wounded young souls they must be.
Yeah, the 17-year-old, 18, and yes, 23.
We must try and figure out what went wrong here this day in the quaint little town of Blossomers Bay.
Blossomers Bay, where the bees make the honey, white picket fence and a whole lot of money.
I'll tell you why. Because everybody's head turning from where it should be, looking past their own horizon, thinking that the enemy's beneath some unholy sign. Their life is out of order. This makes me want to strangle that reporter.
Well,
In one line, maybe two, he made my Theo sound like something out of a zoo.
Sure did.
Harsh words about his life. Not once did they mention any kind of strife.
Speak your name.
Just an innocent bystander, walking to the store, shot by a cop once and then 3 times more.
Tell the truth now.
Because they saw what looked like a gun and said he was about to run.
speaking of vernacular,
My boy never had a choice. And now he ain't gonna have no voice.
Voiceless.
His years were tender. 14 next week. He played the violin oh so sweet.
So sweet.
Did anybody ever wonder how that could happen on this street? Or is our life just considered too cheap?
Come on now.
Why ain't nobody wondering what happened to my son? Because I live on Avenue Nevermind, cross street overcome.
tell him. Come on.
They boys get the precious angle of those who never disobey. My son is made out to be some hoodlum runaway.
You ain't never lied.
Those boys get bewilderment by the befuddled masses. Town walking around with their heads up their asses.
Oh, shucks now, come on.
Nobody said, oh, poor little Theo. The gun that they planted is all they will know.
Ooh, speak the truth and shame the devil. Come on.
Just another dead black kid. What you expect? Treating us like we all suspects.
Say the word now. Hallelujah.
I'm gonna strangle that reporter. I swear to God I will. That 2-bit slime bucket run of a mill.
Give me some air now, y'all. Well,
I'm setting my sights around his scrawny, crooked neck. I'm gonna get my attention. I'm gonna have my respect.
RESPECT.
If not tomorrow, for sure the next day. And I'll be sure I do it in the lovely little town of Blossomers Bay.
Conrad, no. That won't achieve our goal. We got to be steadfast and behold. The Lord God Almighty says, trust in him. And he knows the kind of fix we're in.
Woman, I've been waiting on the Lord all my years. And I'm still sitting here, surrounded by tears. Got pain in my heart enough to burst an aorta. I swear I'm gonna strangle that reporter. If it's the last thing I do, the last breath I take, I'm so tired of life's ungodly ache.
And then what will happen? If you take another life, I'll sit and mourn a husbandless wife. Theo is dead by the hands of ignorance.
That's right, and this life shows no kind of reverence.
You can't blame all the sorrows on an iniquity. You got to stand up and say no for me. I will take control of my world for my children, my boys, and my girls.
What you grabbing hold to in this world, Raynetta? Everything is water and justice no better? What you gonna control here in this place? Nothing but the tears running down your face.
If I don't try and show the world my name, I will go to my grave in utter shame. And we got to reclaim our dignity and use our heads. A walk to the store shouldn't render a son dead.
What should and shouldn't be is no longer a question. What's right and wrong no longer figures into this equation. I'm tired too, just like you. Work hard, long hours a day. I still can't get no respect, no kind of way. I'm tired. I've had it. He's prime game. You remember what he wrote about Theo just the same.
The son, Theo, and the reporter enter.
Across the tracks of Blossomers Bay.
In the dark little town, not too far away.
A town called Mercyville by the local business.
But officially known as the Town of Witness.
Can I get a witness? Yes. In the town of Witness? Yes.
A suspect struck down as he was about to run.
Police officers say they retrieved a gun.
Identity was not immediately known.
A kid about 16, 17, practically grown.
Practically grown.
Attempted rape, police reports say.
In the Town of Witness, it happens that way.
The victim, Miss Karen Jones from across the tracks.
Says she was lost and was just trying to find her way back.
She was just trying to get back, yeah.
What the hell was she doing there in the first place?
When the young thug walked past her, it made her quite nervous.
He looked at her askance. She thought things could get dangerous.
Stranger danger! Stranger danger! Look out.
She screamed and ran right past the police car parked there.
He ran as well, too consumed with his own fear.
The terrifying scream she let out in his vicinity
caused him to run, forsaking his masculinity.
But he didn't get too far from that very spot.
Before he heard the policeman's gunshots.
3 feet, maybe more.
Before they shot him 3 times, some say 4.
Just another day in Witness. Population, who knows?
But you better know your friends as well as your foes.
As well as your foes, I say, as well as your foes.
So like, am I dead now? For real, am I dead? Surely if I'm asking this question, some part of me must be alive. How can a dead person have questions, right? Strange doesn't even come close. Look, a color I've never seen before. Mom!
He called out.
Mommy!
He yelled.
Mommy, Daddy, where are you? It's me, Theo.
Another smell came rushing in. damp, maybe something wet and steely smelling, like the iron pipes in the basement, like the rotten iron pipes that sweat in the summertime and drip with rusty water.
Am I in the basement? Did I fall in the basement? Did I fall downstairs into the basement? I see the sounds. I smell the words. I hear silence. This is an inside out kind of place. This is a place of careful negotiation. Okay, let's see now. How am I supposed to play the concert from here? A violin has no arms of its own.
His hands were feeling no feeling at all. His head was very far away from the him that he knew to be him, not this new him, this indescribable him, this him of falling promises and broken hearts.
Wow, wait, I know you. I know all of you.
He said in a cautious familiarity.
How he knew why he knew that, he did not know.
The mighty you, tell me, am I hallucinating?
He asked.
I was going to the store.
He said.
I don't know how I ended up here, but I think here is really where they wanted me to go.
He said.
Excuse me, is my mother here?
He asked.
Is that my mother's tears on my forehead? I think I'm still in the basement. I think the smells are starting to blend together. The dark pitch rises and crashes like a giant wave. Voices come out of nowhere and they rush me. They grip myself somewhere I can't see. Voices are everywhere, turning the basement into the deep blue sea, turning me into hot and cold waves of silence. Is there an echo in here? Music. I hear the voice of music. Daddy sings, loud, quivering voice of determination. I see the singing voice shoot out of his mouth, filling the space that used to be the basement. The ears grab the sound. They caress it and rock back and forth, stirring up the dust and the paint on the walls. We all rock. They rock me up to this place. Peaches and cream come filling my nostrils. Grandma's peaches and cream cobbler. Nobody ever made something like that, like Grandma's peaches and cream cobbler. Buttery sweet peaches wrapped in flaky dough, freshly whipped cream scooped up and dumped on top. I never knew it could speak. It speaks to me now. It says words I understand but can't repeat. In a rhythm I can't catch, but I know it's there. Can't translate, but it's a friendly kind of thing. The feeling is warm and fun and crispy. I never knew peaches and cream could talk. I never knew a voice could come out of such a thing. It's saying, don't be afraid. I think it's saying it's all right. It gets caught up in the rocking too. I think I want to go home, Mommy. I think what used to be sleep is now awake. I think I can't breathe no more.
What are you gonna do now, Mother? What grand scheme do you have up your sleeve?
Your man is about to commit a foul act of revenge. What will you do when you're left in the end?
Yes, your name is waiting to be written in unerasable ink, in gold, in stone, in lights, I think.
But come on now, y'all. Look, you still do you. I'm tired of being the superwoman. Ain't you, boo-boo? I hear what they saying, but sometimes you just need to stop. Put your feet up and turn away from the clock. You ain't nobody's Atlas or Hercules. You a woman. You do what you please. You ain't the world's nanny providing comforting bits. No, cover them girls up. Those are your tits. Flesh and blood, unique, uncanny, soft and vulnerable, brilliant and kind. They want your wisdom. Let them wait in line.
Images created on a page by a collective image writing campaign. They never bothered to consult with us.
The town of Witness. Some say, where could this be? Population, 303. A little one-horse town, pretty as far as the eye can see, with fine trim lawns, and a saltwater lake is north of the highlands and south of Heartache.
Come with me. I'll take you there. A place of misunderstanding, but truth in the air.
Never lost a child here, never had to worry. Back in the day, a child born in witness was considered God's glory.
How it all changed is a mystery indeed, as the world became devoured by hate and greed.
I remember such a town of laughter and spirit where people came and went whether you lived here or near it. As I grew older, things started to change. Anger and frustration became the name of the game.
Suspects, thugs, one by one, then two by two, shot down like sitting ducks. What's a mother to do?
Not my child, I swore. No mother's child enough no more. And here I wail broken-hearted. Who's to blame and how did it all get started?
You ask a question light years long. Don't falter now, mother. You've got to take it on. Find the answers and turn it around before another is fallen by a gun in this town.
I got a husband about to lose his mind, and I wish I could, but I don't have time. He's about to do something regrettable, and if I don't help him, it will be unforgivable. I know what you say is true, but I lost my son. I don't want to lose my husband too. I can't fight this battle of mothers. Get somebody else there. There must be others.
In the town of witness, yes, sadly there are. But for some, the pain has taken them too far. A mother's grief can lock you in solitude, or it can make you stand up and reach the next platitude. You've got what it takes to put an end to this madness. Otherwise, there will just be more unbearable sadness.
Why me? Who am I? I'm just right now, I'm trying to get by. I was trying to raise a decent child, not some hoodlum acting buck wild. I wish I could help you with this plight, but I got my own battles to fight. My tears have run dry, so now just let me be. I've got to console my husband, and I'm not your hero. No, not me.
When you hear another bullet ring out in the dark, what will you do? How will you remark?
Turn your cheek and thicken the veil? Will you just close your ears to the kindred wails?
What does this all amount to? Someone must be accountable. If not you, then who?
Go away, I said. My Theo is already dead. I don't need you harassing my soul. I'm not your hero. I'm not that bold. I got to rebuild my life. I'm asking for the last time. Go away. Get out of my life.
Sugar, your mind is the only thing you got left. We understand your soul's bereft.
But what would Theo want you to do?
Get away, I said. That's it. I'm through. Conrad! Conrad, where are you? You here? Conrad!
I am a childless woman. I talk the talk. Got no children, so can't walk the walk. Just getting over being a child. Didn't know the adult world could be so wild.
So here we sit, wringing our hands, worry on our brow, pain and fear in our heart, wondering how. We are captives of our own worst nightmare, our fears and sorrows, misgivings, vain imaginings of our own tomorrows.
What will become of us? What will we become?
What frail and faithless people we are. Look at her, consumed with loss and anxiety. This is a woman of God? How could that be?
No.
Who prays every chance she gets, but still moves through life like she's all alone, vacant and afraid. The faithless and the heedless are one and the same.
What heart will not be tested?
But what else is there to do after such a trial? Pray for courage, I guess. For strength for just a little while.
Let the world know your name. Say it loud, say it proud.
It may seem like an insurmountable quest we ask, but in the scheme of things, it's a minor task, the results of which will have great impact, like a mustard seed so compact.
Conrad!
What else is there to lose?
Conrad, where
What more is left to choose?
Conrad, please tell me you.
Life never lets up. One can never retreat.
Oh God, Conrad, where are you?
Baby girl, once we arrived, it's always bittersweet.
I hear the sirens across the tracks. And it makes me think. It makes me think things I don't want to think. Is life really this complicated? Or is it people that complicate the process? What would it be like to live as a blade of grass out in the highlands covered in dew? Never stepped on, free to grow and return to the earth unhindered by another living soul?
Suddenly, there is a knock on the door. A police officer stands here.
Raynetta, wife of Conrad?
She looks at him on borrowed time, knowing the next second will be her enemy.
This is news I wish I never had.
Her eyes reveal the loss of the last grip of hope.
My duty brings me to your door.
He thinks he is toying with her now, putting off the truth that came before he arrived.
It's this part of my job I most abhor.
She's got strength she doesn't even know she has.
He said he loved you and forgive him, please.
A wild bird flies overhead as if taking those words up to God.
She stands there staring as if in a deep freeze.
The air begins to swirl around in the space they're standing.
In the town of Witness, I've said this before.
What holds up the wife of a man who's dead?
Wishing it was her life taken instead.
She just takes her hand and slowly pushes the door. She will sit and ponder her life's fate. What will become of her without her mate? Try as I might to some way tell her. I try to squeeze in, she just closes it tighter. So I shout through the thickness the door has given. At least he died a hero! He saved the children! The door slowly creeps open again. She bade me to please come in.
A hero?
She asked.
What you mean? I don't understand what you're saying.
Oh yeah, across the tracks in Blossomers Bay. The Blossomer Gazette was just about to close when suddenly a loud rumble arose. A robbery ensued and all hell broke out. People started running and began to shout. Local children had been there that day on a tour. Why Conrad was there, nobody was sure. But bullets were flying over their heads. Conrad grabbed two to cover. And now he's dead. The two kids survived thanks to your husband's fearlessness. A woman named Karen Jones asked me to give you this. A token of appreciation and a note of sympathy. We women have to support each other. That's what she said to me. This news is very bleak. I'm so sorry to say. But that's what happened to him in Blossomers Bay.
Of all the irony in this world, Conrad saving a boy and a girl. Of the woman who took Theo from this place. And here I sit trying not to be a basket case. What is it, God? What do you want from me? Tell me something, because I really cannot see. Lost my son and now my husband too. Got voices in my head telling me what to do. My vision is getting blurry and I'm about to become undone. I need some help with this thing. I can't be the only one.
Be calm and stand on your feet. He's being hailed a hero, and it's you they want to meet. Reporters from TV and newspapers too will all soon be knocking down your door just to talk to you. The Good Samaritan's wife, they'll say. Oh, they'll be coming over from Blossomers Bay, extending hands of sympathy and trying to find the right angle, trying to fit you in this tragic life's mangle. By the way, if you don't mind me asking, did Conrad have any business there or something? Nobody knew him or recognized his name. They felt pretty bad about it. It's really a shame.
He was there to talk to someone, I think, about something he read in their poisonous ink. Not sure now if it's really important. I must have forgot where my stomach was now. There's a knot. My pain has turned to anger and back to pain again. And I want to shout out, Lord, I want this all to end. Why me, Lord? What is my mission? I tried to do the best I could under these conditions. My tears have all turned to dust, and it hurts me when they fall. The voices in my head, they say, I need a wake-up call. My eyes have seen things better left unsaid, and my heart will beat one last time before I lose my head. Soon I will be a woman without her senses, and the will be done to make any use of this. I feel a loss of control coming down on me. And if the voices would just go away and let me be, I can lay up on the soft, cool waters of sadness and drift away. Drift away into my own madness.
Hold on to whatever is in your reach.
You will need everything around you to help you teach.
This is a day of reckoning.
Maybe the day of a new beginning.
Coming here to me today, I wonder what will the papers say? I wonder what's become of him. The one who started it all, the reporter named Jim. What slant will he take on the Samaritan hero if he knew he was the father of the suspect Theo?
There is a knock on the door.
Hold on tight, you will. Let them have their fill. Of a brave widow's mention, you stand strong and proud. I'll control the crowd, and I'll just stand here and listen. It's been hard, I know. So just take it slow. I'll make sure there's no defiance. It's my job, you see. I do it honestly. I'll make sure they're in compliance. So take a deep breath in and let it out again. And give the world a taste of what they're asking. For what comes out of you will be known as true. And the time is now to give fair warning. I'm not a prophet, see, but I believe without integrity, there can be no honesty. I see it in you too. You'll know what to do. Say your name and just speak true.
Enter reporter Jim.
Good evening, dear woman. I'm Jim O'Shea, the resident reporter from Blossomers Bay. The death of your husband, I do extend my regrets. By the way, I write for the Blossomer Gazette. So, your husband was a hard-working man. What did he do? Did he work with his hands? Why was he there? Did he come seeking business? Honestly, we don't get many applicants from the town of Witness. I understand you've recently lost your son. They said it was a tragic end, also by the gun. Oh, he was very brave, your husband, and quick to react. At first, I thought he might have been the suspect. He came in with a strong look that caught my eye. We were just about to meet, I think, when I heard the cry. His movements were swift and very precise. He grabbed both children just before his untimely demise. Before I knew it, he was down on the ground. Papers were flying all around, screaming and shouting. My God, what chaos! But there he lay still. Who is the stranger among us?
You asked if he was a hardworking man. Yes, he worked hard as anyone can.
Good, good.
I would ask you the same, Jim. I would actually compare you to him.
Me?
You love your job and do it well, don't you?
Well, of course, but
You find your facts and give them like you're supposed to.
absolutely.
For a journalist, being responsible is key. Without that, you wouldn't lack credibility.
Well, certainly.
People read your words and are affected by them. So I'm sure you write knowing the power that they lend.
Of course.
Your words have impact beyond what's on the page, whether it's human interest or something on the stage.
That's right. Yeah.
People rely on them. They believe it's the truth. And I'm sure you don't write these things without having proof.
I am a professional, madam. What are you?
You wouldn't do character assassinations just to create some big false sensations. You wouldn't take a life of a child and turn it into something slanderous and vile.
Go on, my sister, we got your back.
What?
You're the kind of man that doesn't slant the angle to make people appear to be something maniacal.
Yeah, she said maniacal.
You write from your heart or just from your head, especially when you're writing of the dead.
The dead?
The dead.
Young boys, for example, a couple of weeks back.
Boys?
Boys, you deaf?
You nearly gave my Conrad a full-blown heart attack.
I gave... What?
You caressed the Bay Boys with silken, smooth words while our son Theo, you described in ways I never heard.
Yeah, you did.
Theo. Karen Jones?
Called him a suspect, a thug. My God, that had hurt. We never got to hear him play his first big concert. You defiled him and vilified him and cost him his honor.
I did no such thing.
Yeah, you did.
Now we're nothing but gossip fodder. And his skin was chocolate brown. His hair was braided neat. An honor student at the school. On the court, he couldn't be beat.
Madam, I think that...
I don't care what you think.
Come on now.
He was mannerly, respectful, inquisitive, helpful, sloppy room, a music lover, liked all kinds, very clever. Could be moody, never rude, would rarely have an attitude, wasn't perfect. What child is? Whatever he was, he deserved to live.
Live, 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 live.
I'm sure I...
Did you know this when you sat down to write about Miss Karen and her awful plight? Did anyone wonder why she was across the tracks? How about that paper boy? Did you get those facts? Your ink is deadly as any weapon could be.
Now, wait just a minute.
Yes, it was you Conrad was coming to see. But it wasn't work. That was on his mind. He was coming to wrap you up in time, to stop your life, to hit your very last key. Yeah. He was coming to set you free. The angle you took on those Bay Boys the other day is what sent him on his delirious way. But fate seems to have tricks to play. So it ended his life in Blossomers Bay. Now here you sit to hear a story about the hero Samaritan going to his glory. Let's see you find an angle on this.
Madam, I can leave.
Sit down. My name is Raynetta, and I am truly pissed. You just sit there and listen on this. I insist. I can't sit back and be a rag doll any longer, letting people say and do anything they wanna. Just because it's written before you doesn't mean it's necessarily true. My mind tells me as an individual, I've got to be the one responsible for how I walk through this test of life. And if I see a wrong, I've got to make it right. Conrad had reached a level of no return. The heap of injustices, he just couldn't discern. Not saying what he was going to do was right. You can't take but so much before you're ready to fight. It can get that way, Jim. Writer of words and fancies. It can bring you all the way down onto your knees. So the next time you take your pen in your hand and you want to write a story about a man, make sure you've walked a mile in his shoes. You know his joys, his dreams, and his blues. Make sure you connect with his humanity. He's actually a reflection of both you and me. And if you would only take the time to see, that is a choice we all must choose. For the truth is a way. The truth is way too precious to lose.
Well, I guess I really should be getting back. You know, I never noticed the lake on this side of the tracks. You have a wonderful home here. The lavender and wisteria vine. I've got to get back before I miss my deadline. Your husband was a master carpenter, was he? Restoring the cathedral and the nunnery. And Theo, an accomplished violinist. That's just like my son. His name is Innes. I know this day has been a tremendous loss. And now I have my own burden to cross. Officer, I bid you Godspeed and have a good day. I must be getting back to Blossomers Bay.
Blossomers Bay, where the bees make the honey. White picket fence and a whole lot of money.
You did good. Very well. You held your own.
My life's changed now. I'm empty and I am alone.
Time can heal just about anything.
Not this hole. It's worse than any pain.
Yes, but you're stronger than you think, good woman.
No, just sped up. If self-determined.
Yes, you set the record straight. You made it good and plain.
I had to do it for their sake, or else their death would have been in vain.
I say a word. I say a word today. I see it travel at light speed across the earth, past the ears and into the hearts of man.
I see a word that is heavy with blood.
I see a word that will haunt me at night.
The word of a stranger. I do not understand how it can cower me. It can tease me. It can stress me out.
The words from an officer can close my ears from hearing, shut off my sight, and stop my breathing.
A word more powerful than an atomic bomb.
It slithers in unannounced and turns on the bright spotlight to shock me and make my very soul quake, make me doubtful of who I am.
A word like a string of pearls. Hang around my neck. If I am not careful, they will choke me.
If I just walk tall, they will illumine my path. They will gently sway from side to side and pick up glints of light. I may not own them now, but they will keep me company for the time being.
As long as I am careful with them, they will shine. I will not abuse them, for they are my armor and my wings. They fit my mood no matter what time of day.
I sometimes want to yank them off and send them spilling to the ground. In particular dark moments, I may not feel worthy to wear the string of pearls.
A word can lull me to sleep and make a smile fight to leave my face.
A word can hang on the edge of town and beckon one to come.
It can trick you and make fears come alive.
If it summons you, careful. They're crafty, those words.
They can say one thing and mean another.
A word must be trusted, but only by the giver and receiver.
A word has no more authority than you give it. You have words too. Fight back.
A word is a mighty source of light and love, or heartache and pain.
Careful of the word that comes bearing false gifts. Careful of the word that lands in your hand and tickles your palm. It may not be so funny. Say my name. Courage.
A word magnifies and multiplies one's troubles, especially if uttered out loud. Say my name. Hope.
A word can be one's rambunctious friend until he gets tired and turns you in. Say my name. Respect.
A word is power that must be upheld and dressed in the garment of truth. Golden, shining truth, comforting truth, spiritual truth, loving truth. Say my name.
Without them, I realize I am lost. So I will wear them with the utmost care and continue to know their purpose. I will count them one by one, caress them with the gentle love of a gardener unto his roses. Say my name. Honor.
A word can sound like my mother's voice, soft and sweet, like love nectar. Say my name.
How fortunate those of us are to wear the string of pearls, to feel their power and know their strength. Say my name. Justice.
How else would a mother, father communicate with their child? How would they climb the uncharted territory? For each pearl, there is wisdom. For each smooth surface, there's roughness just below. Say my name. Genius.
Speak a word to me. Speak a word and make me happy. My spirit knows the truth that they speak. Say my name.
Cultured or not, these pearls are luminescent. They are my pearls and they hang on my neck. And the only way you can know them is if I choose to share them with you. Say my name. Beauty.
Fragrant and intoxicating. A word, like a string of pearls. Say my name. Nobility.
End of play.
Goodness. Oh, thank you all so much. We got through it. The angels, they stayed with us for the most part. Thank you, Angel Nia, for helping us out and getting us through those early moments of who knows what was going to happen. We have some comments here. Oh my God, you guys were wonderful. Thank you so much. Oh, you're gonna make me cry. I'm just gonna read some. I'm gonna read some chats here. Bravo, bravo, bravo! Great job, family. Okema. Oh, bravo, powerful. Oh, these are wonderful. Oh, we got. Oh, they go all the way back. Oh my goodness. Theater, poetry, and dramatic verse. Nan-Lynn Nelson redefines the playwriting art form. Grab us by the guts and let's go. Oh, baby, I am gripped. Wow. Wow, these are wonderful. I had to take notes. Peaches and cream come up my nostrils. Oh my goodness. Well, I can see by just the few chats that we have here that so well written, performed, you were wonderful. Oh, thanks, Todd. Thank you, guys. Let's see. Nicole, Palmer, Okema, Siani, Mare. Oh, man, you guys were wonderful. This was being recorded. So I can find a way to send this to you. This is just the beginning, guys. This is just the beginning. This was the Zoom version, the sort of one-dimensional Zoom version. For all the singing, there's big chorus songs behind it. For the speeches, sometimes there are 3 or 4 voices speaking at the same time. But you know, we've all had to adopt during this time of challenges, and the artists do what we do. We find a way, we adapt, we come together, and we make it happen. And that's what we did this evening. And I'm so proud of you. Thank you all so much.
Oh, Nancy.
Excellent job, Nancy. Excellent job.
Nancy! Bravo, bravo.
New messages. Oh, I understand she wrote this in 2003, but it's so timely for right now. Excellent work. It's true. I mean, it's a shame. That was awesome. I really enjoyed the message, and everyone did awesome. Oh man, wow. Lots of, oh, we're still live, someone wrote.
Yes.
I guess we should get off live now. Huh? Okay.
Thank you, everybody, for watching.
Thanks, everybody. Yeah, all my friends and family.
All my friends and fam. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Thank you, family, for watching live.
You stop.